This past week, we read the book of Psalms again. And let me say this up front. If you're struggling in the place of prayer, if you don't know what to pray about, if you're struggling, open the book of Psalms. I tell you, you will find so many prayer points in there that you can pray for yourself, for your family, for your friends, for your loved ones, for your nation. You'll find it there. So pick up the book of Psalms and it will help you. And like I said, we read a whole lot of Psalms this past week. In Psalm 37 through 41, it talks about asking for God for forgiveness, asking God for direction, asking God for guidance, asking God for wisdom. That's what all that part of Psalm says. And then when we get to Psalm 40 verse 1, it says, I waited patiently for the Lord, and he inclined to me and heard my cry. What that is saying is that when we pray, God answers. Yes, it may be like it's not answering like immediately, or we're not getting what we asked for right there when we prayed, but God does answer prayers. Psalm 55 talks about how you can be betrayed. Yes, it talks about betrayal. And one thing it says is that you are not betrayed by somebody that doesn't know you. It's actually your friend or family that betrays you, because it takes somebody that knows you, that knows some things about you for you to be betrayed. And that's what Psalm 55 says. But it encourages us as well that we should just trust in God and don't try to say, oh, I'm going to revenge or things like that. And then in Psalm 61, it talks about the awesomeness of God, and he assures us that God protects us. That and like I was saying, that when you want to pray about something, that's one psalm to pray about when you're talking about God's protection. That's Psalm 61. And then in Psalm 86, that I call a prayer of mercy. It's a prayer that talks about asking God for mercy and how God's mercies are new every morning and all that. So I want to encourage you, like I said, if you're struggling in the place of prayer, the place to be is in the book of Psalms. And you'll find that as you continue to read it, as you continue to learn more about God, you'll begin to know how to pray, and you'll find it easy to pray even without even reading the Psalms again. So I encourage you this week, we're still going to be reading a whole lot of Psalms, and then we're going to go into the book of Proverbs, and the listing is at the end of the video. And I also want to wish you a blessed week and happy Easter.